Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to build an search system, a powerful search engine with the help of Meilisearch in Django. It is a powerful search engine like after Elasticsearch and Solr. Meilisearch is a powerful engine which is capable to handle almost uh, medium size of traffic. So we are going to make a search system with the help of this. So this is a basic UI design where I implement a search system, and this is the thing which we are going to build today. So don't focus on its UI design. I know the UI design is very looking very bad, but our backend engine is very powerful. It can capable to handle 100 to 500 concurrent requests. So let's continue our video. Alright, first of all, understand what we are going to build. So let's suppose we have a database and we have some users. So as we know, if users are sending search requests to our database, so our database will be the give search result in normal engines. And let's suppose if there are 100 users sending concurrent requests to our database, then the database returning the response to all our users, which is basically our search result. But if there are 1000 users, so still if 1000 users are searching from our database and database giving result, so this will be make our database slow. So when database becomes slow, it give late response. So late response means when 1000 users are searching from our database, maybe it will be take 10 seconds, or maybe it can be take 20 seconds for giving output of that result. So here this Meilisearch will be helpful. So what we are going to do, like in our database, we will be index all our content with this Meili engine. Like all the content which is available in our database, we will be index all the content into our Meilisearch engine. So what Meilisearch will be do, whenever users send the search request, so the search request database will not accept it. Instead of this, when users, we will be send search request to our Meilisearch engine. So when we send request to Meilisearch engine, then the Meilisearch engine will be give response to our users. And the Meilisearch engine is only set up for searching functionality. It is only specifically configured for search system. So it is 1000, like you can say 10,000x much faster than the database. Like if the 1000 users are sending concurrent search requests to our Meilisearch, it will be give them response within 1 or 2 seconds only. Like normal database will take 10 to 20 seconds, and if your data is like if you have a large amount of data set, then maybe it can take up to 1 minute. So it is totally dependent on data. But this on the other side, Meilisearch will be take 1 to 2 seconds for giving the result to these 1000 users. So that's why that's why I said before, like after Elasticsearch engine and Solr, Meilisearch is an powerful. So let's continue our video. Alright, so I am on the official website of Meilisearch. So first of all, they provide their cloud services. Like if you don't want to set up your own search engine, you can use their cloud services, but their charges are too much. But on the other hand, they also have their open source version, which is completely free. So we are going to use open source version and set up everything according to our needs. So whenever you will can simply click on that get start button, it will be take you on their official documentation. Here on the sidebar, if you check, we are in the self-hosted section. Just take a second until it will be it is taking time for loading. So just wait until the loading is complete, then we will be start. Alright, so on the left hand you can see in the self-hosted section, you will be see we are in getting start. But if you focus, we have there is install Meilisearch locally. You can simply click here for installing this Meilisearch engine. So I am here on install Meilisearch locally. So you can see they give installation guide according to your operating system. Like you can use curl command and homebrew, and you can also use docker. So if you guys are in development, then I will prefer you to go out with docker. But if you are on production, then you can use their official package or apt repos according to your. If you guys are on windows, you can download it with wsl manage, or you can also use docker. But I'm going to use with curl. I'm going to install this into my operating system with the help of this curl command. And remember, I am on a Linux operating system, and if you guys are on window, then you need to download the Smiley engine according to your own steps. You can follow, it's quite easy. These steps you can read here, these are quite easy. But for now, I'm just going to copy this command and paste into my terminal. So let's open our terminal. So in our file explorer, in downloads, you can see I already installed this, but just for you guys, I just want to tell you how you can install this. You can simply open your terminal, and when your terminal will be open, you can simply paste your command like this: curl -l and http dot, and this is your command. And when you will be hit enter, it will be start downloading your uh, that specific package. So when your downloading is complete, your package will be downloaded like this. So you can see my package has been downloaded. So in your case, it will be also downloaded. So if you guys are watching this from Mac OS, then you can go out with this homebrew. But in Linux, you can check out this. So if you want to become a pro developer, I suggest you, if you are still using Windows, switch to Linux as soon as possible. So you can see our Miley has been installed. So let's open our server. So for opening our server, you can simply click and right click and click there. So for you can simply right click and click on that open in terminal. So I open this into my terminal, and here I'm just going to write this Meilisearch like this. Sorry, Meilisearch, and when I will be hit enter, you can see our search engine has been started. So when your search has been started, you can see our Miley engine has been started, and here this is my by default folder, and you can see our two new folders has been created. One is by the name of dumps, and second is by the name of data.ms. So our two new folders has been created. So basically the data.ms is the database, and the dump is for backups and snapshot of your database. So but you can see our search engine has been started. So you just go to your browser, and here if I type localhost 7700, you can see our Meilisearch dashboard has been appear here. So this is the by default dashboard which is provided us by the Meilisearch, which indicate that our terminal is our server is on. You can see our this is running in background and our dashboard is on. So this is the not main thing. Now it's time to set up our Meilisearch engine. So let's go into our Django project. So before going to our project, first of all, understand how we use this Smiley engine. So what we are going to do, first of all, into our database, like let's suppose this is our database. We are going to index, write a command and index all our content into our Miley engine. Like all the data which will be available in our Django project database, we are going to index inside this Miley engine. So when the data has been indexed in our Miley engine, then we will be make an API, a search API. This API will be do this API will get data from the Smiley engine, connected with the Smiley engine, and whenever user send a request or want to search anything, he will use this API for getting data from that Smiley engine. So this type of stuff we are going to do. Let's do it practically for better understanding. So let's go into our Django project. Alright, so I am into my project. We have a simple project by the name of proj, and we also have a simple app by the name of core. So this is a simple project, and let's add some necessary libraries. Since we are going to use Meilisearch and Django REST framework, first of all we need to install these dependencies. So far as an package manager, I am using UV, but if you want to use pip. You can also use pip by like pip install Django REST framework and Meilisearch. But I am going to use UV package manager, so I will be simply type UV add Django REST framework, and the next thing we need is our Meilisearch. You will simply write Meili um, Meilisearch. So these are the two dependencies. You need to add them first. So as I mentioned, you can simply use pip install Django REST framework and Meilisearch. It's not a big thing. So okay, our packages has been installed. So first of all, let's create our model. So let's go to your models.py, and inside your models.py, let's create a new model by the name of like you can write any name. I am going to use by the name of person. It will be contain our person data, so it will be inherit from model, and after that, simply here we are going to pass some fields. First of all will be the name will be equal to models dot char field, and obviously this char field will be have one attribute by the name of max length. And I recommend you to check out this video in 1.5x speed. So after that we have another field by the name of address, and it will be basically a model store text field. So we are just going to take these two fields, and we are going to search records from with the help of our name field. So just simply I will be return dender of str, and obviously it will be return self dot name. So our model has been created, so let's make its migration. So for making migration, just go to your terminal and write python many.py make migrations, make migrations. Okay, so it will be migrate. You can see our model has been created, so let's migrate it into our database. For this I am also going to use python many.py migrate. So our all migrations are done. Let's create our super user. Python many.py create super user, and our super user my username will be admin. Email will be blank, and password will be also admin, and yes. So our super user has been created successfully. So let's run our server python many.py run server, and here let's access our server at 8000 ports. Okay, so you can see our project is on. Let's go its admin panel, and inside this admin panel just log in with our traditional. You can see our admin panel has been logged in, and we also need to register our this model into our admin.py. So here I just simply going to write from code dot models import person and admin dot site dot register and person. So actually instead of this I am just going to make it decorator admin dot register, and here we will be making class will be equal to uh, person model, and it will be inherit from admin dot model admin, and it will be have a list display. So I am just going to use a list display, and first of all I will be give name, and after that I'm just also going to pass address. So you can see our admin.py has been registered, and if I reload, our model has been registered here, and you can check out this our model has been created, and you can click on this add person field and add your record data in it. So our first thing has been created. So second thing is let's add some data inside our this model. So I am not going to add all data manually. So for adding data we are going to use a library by the name of faker. So it will be help us to add dummy data inside our model. So first of all I am just going to use uv add faker. As I mentioned above, you can use pip install faker. So you can see our library has been added, faker is added. So here let's make a script file which will be help us to create add data into our model script.py. And remember one thing, these are some by default files like this hello.py. This is created by uv package manager. So I'm just going to delete this toml file and this uv log file and this python variant file. So basically these are the files which are created by our package manager. So uv is a very fast package manager than all the package managers that are available for Python. So it is a basically Rust based Python manager, and if you want, I will be definitely make a separate video on this Python manager package manager, and trust me, it's too good. But let's forget this and let's write our script. So for writing our script, first of all we need import OS. After that we need our library, which is Django. Obviously we are going to add data in our model. So for adding data in our model with the help of the script, I need to set up my I need to use Django.setup. So next thing I'm just going to use from faker import faker. So it will be used for fake data. Okay, so first of all we need to set up our environment. So let's go to your settings.py, and I'm just going to check one thing here from if they have os start environment base parent. Oh, actually they don't have environment. Anyways, it's not a big deal. We will be right here by simply os start environment basically stand for environment dot set default, and here we have Django underscore settings underscore module. Make sure the spellings are correct, and here after that we need to pass our settings.py. So for passing settings.py, first of all you need to pass your project name. Our project name is proj, so I'm just going to use proj dot setting. So our settings has been added. Let's set up. So for this I'm just going to use Django dot setup. So our Django has been set up in the script. So now it's time to import our model. So from core dot models import person. So our person model has been imported. So let's set a faker. So for this I'm just going to use fake equal to a variable by the name of fake, and we are going to set up this faker here. So that's it. Now it's time to add our data. So for adding data, dummy data, I am going to make a function generate dummy data. So here we need to pass parameter, like I want like how much dummy records you want. So I want 500 records. I think that's are enough num records. So here let's pass our persons. So because for this I'm just going to make a variable by the name of persons will be equal to our list, and inside this we need to pass our person. So our person are available in that person model. So I just need to pass this model person, and here inside this we have something like name equal to, because in its model.py we assign two things. First one is name and second one is address. So first of all we need to pass our name. So name will be equal to this, name will be equal to fake dot name. So it will be add a fake name into our name field. Second we have address field. So I'm just going to copy this address field and paste it here, and it will be also fake dot address. So basically this fake library which we add faker, it has both of these name and address, like it has some dummy data of names and address. So I'm using this. So after that actually we want to add bulk records, so it will be going to a loop. So here I'm just going to make for loop for in range. I am assuming that you have basics of num records. Okay, and I'm assuming that your basics of Python clear. So that's it. So our loop has been created. So let's create our data. Let's make a query for adding data. So for this we just simply need to pass our model name, which is person dot objects dot. As you can see, we have all our data in this person field, and this person field has a list. You can see these square brackets indicate that this is a list, and our list will be contain all 500 fake records of data. So our data is present in that persons. So for this I'm just going to use person dot object, and it has, since it is a list, so we are going to use bulk create. So I'm just going to use person dot object dot bulk create and pass this person list which we create here, and that's it. You can also print command here like your data has been added. So that's it. Our function is create. Let's call this function. So for this I'm just going to use if underscore underscore name will be equal to underscore underscore main. That's it. And here we just need to call our function, actually, okay, generate dummy data, and our parameter will be 500. And here I think we need to pass double equal. Okay, our script, basically our script has been created. I am going to zoom out. So this is script. So let's run this and let's see is it working fine or not. Okay, so you can see it's on the way. So just wait. Okay, so you can see we are getting this command, your data has been added. So it's mean our data has been added. Let's run our server. Here I'm just going to write python many.py run server, hit enter. And here in our model, if I reload, let's see. Okay, so you can see our fake data has been added, and here you can see we have total 500 records. So it's mean our fake data is added with username and some fake addresses. So alright, our database has been set up. So now our main work is start. So first of all, our first thing is we need to index all these data into that dashboard, into our Meilisearch basically. So as in the start of video I show you some files like this data.ms. So this is basically database of our Meilisearch. So when we will be index all our data, this data will be going to store in that folder data.ms. And we can change the location of this database. You can see by default it is in our home and slash download directory, but we can change our database path and our dumps folder path as well. Also I will be make a separate video on Meilisearch where we will be cover the basics in next video. But for now our main focus is on our search system. So okay, so let's move on to the next step, and our next step is going to be index all of our these data into that Meili engine. So but make sure that we need to only index that data which we want in our search system. Like if I want, like user can search users with the base of their address, then I can also index these addresses in this Meili engine. But if I want only user we can search user with their name, then I am just going to index the name. But if I want we can search user with the help of their name and address, then I am going to index both of these fields into our engine. So in this video I am going to add both name and address in the index of our engine and make a search engine. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. All right, so first of all, in our app I am going to create a new file by the name of meilisearch.py. So we have new Python file, and here we are going to write our logic for indexing. So first of all we need to import Meilisearch, and if you remember we install this package with the command pip install Meilisearch. And after that we need our model, which we are going to import from code.models import person. Okay, so first of all we need to set up a client because we know this is on a separate client. Like our Meili engine is running on a separate client, and our Django web app is on an second client, other client. It is on port 8000 and it is on port 7700. So first of all we need to create a client. So for this I am just going to use this Meilisearch library. I am just going to create a variable by the name of client equal to Meilisearch dot client, and our client will be equal to our address. So our basically our client address is our this localhost 7000. I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. You can see our client has been set up. So this is the first thing, and that's it. I think there one mistake. We need to use Meilisearch dot client, and remember the client C is capital. This thing you need to remember. Meilisearch dot client and C will be capital. So our client has been set up. So let's move on to the next part and make a function by the name of index, uh, like created by the name of any like index person content. because we are going to index our all database content into our Mile engine. So I just create a function here by the name of content. This one. I recommend you watch this video on 1.5x speed. So let's first of all, as I mentioned here, I need to index all the data. Like I want to index this name, this address, all the data into my Mile engine. So that's why here I just need to import. I need to use. I just create a function by the name of persons will be equal to person. Sorry for this, person dot objects dot all, because I want all data. If you want specific field, then you can use person dot object dot only, but for now I want all. And this is in form of document. So here I just going to create a list by the name of documents will be equal to like this. Okay, so now it's time to append all our data which is in this person variable into that document list. All this data like person dot object dot all the records which are available in this person model are stored in this that variable. And now it's time to append all these data into that document list. So for this I am just going to create a loop. So for this I will be use for loop for person in persons, basically this one, copy paste it. For person in persons, here I want to append data in that document. So here I will be use documents dot append. So this, okay, so for appending data, so basically these are in query sets. So here I am just going to use a key pair value. And first of all we need an id, and this is necessary. So first of all our id will be equal to person dot id. Id is a by default keyword. You guys will be know, if you have basic knowledge about models, then you will be know id is automatically created by Django ORM. So first of all we have id, second thing we have name, and it will be also from person dot name, and third thing we have in our model is address. So I'm just going to copy this, and here I'm just going to make per address which will be equal to person dot address. So our document has been appended. After that we just simply need our client. So here I am just going to use this keyword which we create by the name of client dot index. So it will be index our data, this index. So I want to index all these persons, so I'm just going to copy it and paste these persons, and dot add document. Actually this is the main thing, add document. It will be add all this data, add documents, and our documents are stored in that list. I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. Okay, so after that you can simply print if you want something like after when the indexing is complete we will be print like done. So it will be print like this. So okay, our logic has been created for indexing all the content of our database into our Mile engine, and it's quite simple. I just simply what I do, I just simply first of all set up our client, and after setting up our client I just get all our records, and after that I made a list by the name of documents, and here I just run a loop, a for loop, and in the with the help of this for loop I append all the data of person into that document list. And after that I just simply use client.index method. This is a by default method which provide us by Meilisearch for indexing our content, and the key name for our indexing will be persons. And after that we will be simply use a method by the name of add document. It will be add all these documents, and in that engine here we will be see here index. Just wait. Okay, so after that I will be simply write a print command which will print that your data has been indexed or not. So this is our script has been created. Now the second thing is that we need to run out this script, but problem is that we can't directly run the script from here. We have two options. First of all we can use shell, like first of all you need to go python many.py shell, and then you can execute your this Meilisearch.py this function inside your from inside your shell. But this is not a professional way, So for the handling this, like for indexing all our the content, we need to create a custom command. So this custom command will be help us to indexing our all data. Like every time when you want to index all of your data, we can use our custom command. Like what is custom command? You can see in terminal we use python many.py run server. Like here if I write python many.py run server, it will be run our server. Same here, we are going to create a new command like python many.py and our custom command. So when we will be run this our custom command, it will be automatically index all our data. So for creating our commands in Django ORM, it's quite easy. We just need to follow some basic steps. First of all, we need to create a folder by the name of managements inside our core folder. So just wait. Alright, so our first step is inside our core app. We need to create a new folder by the name of managements, and inside this management folder, we need to create a new folder which is by the name of commands. So now inside our app, like if I extend this, okay, so you can see inside our core app we have one folder by the name of management, and inside this folder we have one more folder by the name of commands. So inside this command folder, we just need to create our new file, python file. So here I'm just going to create a new file. You can give any name of your file, but this name will be work as the command of our file. So I just want to give it name by the name of index.content.py. So now our command will be created by the name of index content. So this is our file. Here first of all we need to write our command logic, and it's quite easy. We just need to import our base command and inherit our content from our base command. So for this I'm just simply going to use from Django dot core dot management import base command, and let's create our command. So for this I'm just going to use class which is by the name of command, 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 and it will be inherit from base command. And here we will just simply pass a help parameter which will be help equal to, and here we can pass some content. Like this content will be print before starting our command. So I'm just going to write start start indexing, and make sure your spellings are same. Like you need to create class by this same name command and inherit it from base command. So after that we need to make our handle. So here I am just going to create def handle, and obviously it will be take self parameter, then it will be take args and quarks. So here args and quarks, and after that we just simply need to import our function which we want. Like when our this command will be execute, I want that my this function which is index person content, it will be call out. So first of all this I need to import it. So here I am just going to import from core dot Meilisearch import index person content, and here when this handler I'm just going to pass this function, and after our this function will be call out, I want to print a success message. So success message will be in the form of std out. So here I need to use self dot std out dot write, actually not write, it will be write table write. So here I want to set a bit style. So you can set self dot style dot success. It's totally optional. If you don't want to set up your style, it's okay, but I want success, and here I will be set indexing complete. Alright, so our custom command has been also created. So make sure you follow the same pattern. Inside your app, create a folder by the name of management, and inside this create a folder by the name of commands, and inside this you can create any of your file by the extension with the extension py. No, this index underscore content will be work as a command. Like whenever I want to execute this command, I need to use this index underscore content. So let's go into our terminal and test this. But before that, if you can make sure your Meilisearch is on, and you can see my Meili engine is already on, and you can check out this. We turn it out here, and on the other hand, I have this. Okay. So here I'm just going to use python manual.py, and our custom command name is index underscore content. I'm just going to pass index underscore content. So this is our custom command. So if you are beginner, then congrats, you learn one more new thing, and the new thing is that you learn how you can make your own custom commands in Django. Just let's run this and let's see will it index our data or not. So just wait, and we got a beautiful error. Let's see why this error. Add class command, it will inherit base command. um, and okay, I think we make a mistake. Handle spelling is handle, not el. So make sure your spellings are correct. So let's rerun our command again. First of all, just clear it, and again run python manual.py index content, and you can see first it print index, and then our indexing complete. We got this done message first. So this message is from this function which we made here, and you can see here we pass print done. So first of all it print that command done, and after that we made a success message, and you can see in green color it is printing as a success indexing complete, which you can see here. Inside here you can see we set style success and indexing complete. So you can see it give a success message, and let's reload our server and see. Okay, so you can see when I reload, we got our index by the name of person, and it have 500 records. And if we check our database, in our database we also have same records, and in our Meili engine we also have same records. So it's mean our all the data, like all our 500 records has been indexes in our Meilisearch. So you can check out this. You can click on this load more button, and you can also search your content from here. Like here, if I type al, you can see it search. If I type al, it give 10 results in 2 milliseconds only. So you can see how fast it is, and we have some records. Okay, that's good. Our data has been indexes, but we don't need our search system here. We need search system into our website. So now it's time to move on and create an API, and then fetch this indexes data into our website. So let's move on to the that part. So for making our API, first of all I'm just going to close all these. Alright, so for making our APIs, if you remember in the start of this video, we install a package by the name of Django REST framework, and if you can check out your pyproject.toml file, here you can see our Django REST framework has installed. So let's make our API, but before making our API we need to go in our project and settings.py, and inside this installed section we need to add our REST framework. REST underscore framework. So that's it, our installed app has been added, and you can only add if you have Django REST framework installed. So that's it, our framework has been installed. So let's create our API. So we're creating our API, go into your views.py, and here we need to import some necessary steps here. So first of all I'm going to import our model, which is from core dot models import person. Second thing, we need to import from API view from our REST framework, from REST framework dot views, not validator, views import API view, and after that we need from REST framework dot response. We need response this, and after that we need status from REST framework import status, basically this. So our imports has been done. So let's create our API. I am going with class based view, class search API view, and obviously it will be inherit from API view, and sorry, like API view. And here we will be make def get, and basically this is a get command, and here we will be simply call our Alright, so here we need to pass our parameter. First one will be self, and after that we will be take request, and here, and this is a search API, so it will be contain one query argument. So like whenever user type something, like if user type a b c x y z, so this is our query. So first of all we need a query, so here I am just going to use query will be equal to request dot uh, query perms q your query perms dot get, and for this I'm just going to use q, and otherwise it will be empty. So first of all we have our query. Second thing, we need to get our result, like we need to get our result related to the dat query. So for getting our result, first of all I'm going to make a variable by the name of results will be equal to, and here we need to get result from dat client. Like we are not going to get our result from our database, no, we are going to get our result from dat client. This is our Meilisearch client, so our client is this. So for this we need to set up our client. So for getting our client, first of all we will be import our client which we made inside our Meilisearch.py. This is our client, so let's import this as well also from core dot Meilisearch import client. So this is our client. I am just going to import this old client. You can make your new one, it's not a big thing. So here I'm just going to use client, and dot it will be index, sorry, not cancel, okay, index. So first of all we need to index content, and our index content name is persons. So if you remember in our Meilisearch.py, for indexing our content we make it name by the name of persons. You need same this name persons. You just copy this and paste it here, client dot index persons, and then after it will be get all your indexing content. So inside this we need search our content. So for this we will be simply use dot search, and our search will be totally based on our query. Like it will be get all our indexes data, but we don't need add all our data. We need content only related to the that query. So that's why I'm just going to copy this query and paste it here. So it will be our query. After that we need our result. So for this we need to make a dict, because we have some key pair value here. We can set up our limit here, and also our attributes here. So first of all we need to set up attributes to retrieve, like we want to set a key for all the attributes which we want to get. So here I'm just going to use attribute to retrieve, and it will be for a list. And when user search something we want result, and in the result I want these following field. First of all I want id, secondly I want name, and you can also type your address if you want, but I think that's enough. Id and name is enough. I want just that in my result. After that you can set limit here. I want to set up limit of 10 only, like I want 10 records only. So that's it, our index has been set up, and it will be search all the data and store the result in that result variable. So now just you need to pass your response. So here I just going to pass a return, and our response which we import here, and here we need to pass data. But for data we need to serialize. Like first of all we need to serialize our all the data. So for serializing I am just going to create a new file by the name of serializers.py, and here I just need to import from rest framework. Oh, sorry, not this, from uh, rest framework. Actually my VS code is little bit slow due to my laptop. First of all we need our serializers, and here I'm just going to create serializer by the name of person, serializ, yes, serializer, and obviously it will be indexed from serializers dot model serializer, model serializer, and here we just need to create our class by the name of meta, and here we need to pass our model which will be equal to we also need to import our model here, and from uh, core dot models import person, and just copy it and paste our model here. After that we need fields, fields fields, which will be equal to our all field. So this is our serializer has been created. Let's import our serializer here, and here I'm just simply going to pass from core dot serializers import person serializer, and here I just need to create a variable by the name of serializer, which will be equal to person serializer, and it will be have all the data which is from that result, and it will be have hits. So here I'm just going to pass hits, and after that just many will be equal to true. So our serializer has been set up, and in the response I just simply need to pass serializer dot data, and after that we need to pass our status code. So for status code, actually sorry, like not this, status will be equal to status dot http 200. Okay, so this is our API has been created. So let's make our URL. So in my project, inside this url.py, first of all ignore the remove these comments, we don't need, we are pro developer now. So here we need to import from core sorry core dot views import search API view, and here we need our path. So our path will be like API slash search slash, and here we will be use search API view dot as underscore view. So that's it, our API has been created. So let's test this. So I'm just going to copy this path and make sure your server is on, and for this I'm just going to write python manual.py run server, and inside our browser just go to visit site, and here if I write slash ep search. Okay, so you can see first of all we get error query pumps, like here if I type q actually, and q will be equal to a, hit enter. Okay, so we got error now. So let's see why this error is happen. So you are this is typo mistake, sorry guys for these type of shit mistakes. So our typo has been fixed. We pass query dot pumps. So now if I reload, let's see. Okay, so we got another error when attempting to value address on serial. Okay, so I think we are here, we also need to pass our address here like this, and I think it will be solve our error. Just wait and reload. Okay, so you can see our API result has been okay, and it is giving us result for a, like you can see I pass question mark q equal to a. So I'm using q because I pass this q here. So here you can see it is giving us a result for a. So when I simply type a, it is giving a's for Alexander, Austin, Anita, Allison, and many more. You can also type something here like p, like I'll pass Alex, hit enter. You can see it's give us all the results related to the Alex. This is Alexander, Alexandra, and this is Alexander, my, and Daniel, David, Bird, Levis. Like you can see it is giving us result which is good. So you can see our API has been created. So that's it, our main API has been created, but there is one problem, and which is a major problem. And the problem is that you can see here we have total 500 records, like total 500 users, and here if I add a new user, like if I click on that add person, and here if I type new person by the name of Wajahat and address is Pakistan, save, and when I click on that save button, you can see our new data has been added and it is saved inside this. But if I scroll down, and you can see we have no total 501 records, but here you can see if I reload, we have only 500 records, but in real in our database we have 501 record. We add a new record, but the new record which we add is not indexed in our dat engine. So for this we need to rerun our command, but the command which we made, but this is not a good for our production. And why it is not good our production, let's understand this. And you can see here I write a logic for index person content, and here I use person dot object dot all. It's mean if you run this command which we made here, like if I go to management and this is command, and here we call this function index person content. So when this function will be call out function, it will be index all our data, which is not good. So it's mean if in our database we have 501 records, and if I again run this, it will be index all 501 records, so which is not good. Let's suppose you are in production and you have total 1 lakh records in your database, and if you add a new record, and if you rerun this command, it will be reindex all 1 lakh records, which is not good. It will be make your website too much slow, and your database, maybe your database become give an error due to lot of recurrence. Mean any type of error will be occur. So what we are going to do, no, we are going to make a signals are going to do basically whenever we add a new record, or whenever we update any record, or whenever we are going to delete record, it will be automatically update our record into our this index. Like when I add a new record, it automatically index our new record into our search engine. Whenever we are going to delete any record, let's suppose I am going to delete this one, delete, it will be automatically reindex this and delete that specific record from our dat engine. So we are going to make signal. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. So let's make our signals. I know video become too long, but after watching this video you will be able to build a good search engine for your website. And even if you build a website, simple Django website with the search engine, you can sell it to your clients, and with an very good amount. Like its charges are almost 3 to $300 for that search engine. So you can charge a good amount from your client with that search engine. So watch this video complete for better understanding, and it will be help you to become a good and senior software engineer, or you can say developer. And make sure don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also like my video, and share this video with your friends. And also thank you, just that's enough what I need. Okay, so let's move on to our next part. First of all, let's make our signals. So let's first of all I'm going to close all this file, and inside our app let's create a new file by the name of signal.py. So first of all we need two signals. First of all is for saving, like saving, and secondly is for deleting. So I'm just going to use from Django. So first of all we need from Django.db models signals. We will be import post save, actually not migrate, post save and post delete. Like whenever our post becomes safe, like when we update any post or create a new post, then we will be call our signal. And whenever we delete our post, then we will be also call our signal. And when we call our signal, it will automatically reindex. So we need also a receiver. So for this I just simply note from Django dot dispatch import receiver. So these are two things. After that, since we are working with our this engine, like we need to update data here and migrate index it here. So that's why we need our client as well also. So here from core dot Meilisearch import client, the engine which we made here, like this client, I'm just going to import that here from core.Meilisearch import client. And after that we need our model. Like when we our this model will be update or delete, then we will be call our signal. So for that I'm just going to use from core dot models import person. So basically we need these things. So let's make our signal. So first of all I will be make def update uh, Miley index. You can write any your name according to your need. So this will be our function name. It will be call out whenever our post will be update or save. So it will be take sender, and after that it will be take an instance, and one more thing, it will be take our quarks parameter. This thing, quarks like this. So as I mentioned above, watch this video on 1.5x speed for saving your time. So here we will be use try catch, and here I am just going to use try client dot index, and here, as you guys know, we want to index that persons. So here we just need to pass persons. So when this will be call out, like it will be update our mile index only a specific record. So here when we will be index that person, and it will be add document, like, so you can see we have add in batches, add document in csv, add documents json, add document raw, but I just want add documents. And here we need to pass the list of our records. So here I'm just going to make a list, and actually list will be have our dictionary, and here I'm just going to make a dict. And first of all the main thing, it will be take our id, and id will be equal to instance dot id. So first of all we will be take this. After that we have our name which we need to index, just pass your name here, and it will be also instance dot name. After the third thing we have address, so I'm just going to pass address, and it will be instance dot address. So that's it. After that it will be add our document, that's it. And after that we just simply can pass a except here. In the case if anything happen, we will be pass our exception. So here I'm just going to use exception as e, and you can, I am just going to simply pass it here. You can pass any print statement or something else. So whenever our record in our dat model will be update, so this signal will be call out, and when the signal will be call out, it will be index this and add document inside our, so it will be automatically index it. So here we need to pass our signal. So here I'm just going to pass receiver, and receiver basically when we will be save or update, then that's why we are going to use post save, and our sender will be equal to that model which is person. So that's it. So now when we create a record or update any record, this signal will be automatically call out, and when the signal will be call out, it automatically index our content into our Miley engine. So that's it. And it's no, let's make another signal for deleting. So whenever we delete any record from our database, it automatically reindex it and deletes that specific record from data search engine, from our Miley engine, sorry. So for this I'm just going to copy this signal, and just paste it here. And here first of all I want it on post delete, so it will be post delete, and our sender will be same that model. And here inside add document, we just simply need to pass delete document. So here if you write delete uh, person dot tle delete document, and it will be take only one thing. Our, you can see we have delete document and delete documents. So we want to delete single document. So in case if you want to make a signal for deleting all the index, then you can use that deleting documents, but for now you need to use delete documents. And here we just need simple one thing, and it's unique thing, and I think id is enough. Instead of passing all these thing, we just need to that instance dot id. And in the case if any exception occur, like if there is an error, this exception will be run, and you can pass anything here like print there is error. So if I make print, and here I will be write a f string, there is error. So here after that I'm just going to pass that e. So you can also paste it here instead of pass. So now we have our beautiful exception as well also. So here I think that's enough, our signal has been created. So let's uh, pass them into our apps.py. Like when we create signal, if we don't pass the signal into our apps.py, it will be not work. So here inside our app.py we need a ready function, and it will be take self, and here we just simply import uh, core dot signal. You can import these signals manually, like you can import signals and then you can pass the signal update Mailindex, and sorry, change this name, update and delete Mailindex. So now we have two different signals. You can import them here as well also and pass them manually one by one, but this is a simple and shortest way. It will be import all the signals. So that's it, our signal has been created. So let's test our signal, will it work or not. So for them, first of all, close your server, clear your terminal, and again run python menu.py run server, and let's see will our uh, signals are working or not. So for now, if I reload here, okay, so you can see we have total 500 records here, and here if I reload here as well also, and same here we have 500 records here as well also. So let's create a new record. So here I'm just going to add a new person, and the new person will be Wajahat and its address will be Pakistan. We delete this, but no, I'm going to add a new record, Wajahat, and address will be Pakistan. Our new record has been added, you can check out here. And here if I reload, oh, thank God. You can see now we have total 501 records. So it's mean our new record has been automatically indexed. You can see here it is also displaying 501. So it's mean we have no total 501 records which are indexes. And in your database you can also check this is 501. And it is also work with search. Like here if I type Wajahat, you can see we get our name Wajahat and address Pakistan. And same this will be also work on our API. Like in after this queue, I'm just going to pass WAJ Wajahat, hit enter, and you can see we get our ID is 502, and this is our name and this is our address. So it's mean our indexing has been working fine. So let's delete this, and if I going and delete this record, yes, I'm sure, and you can see now we have again 500 records, and here still we have 501, but if I reload, and you will be see now we have 500 records. So it's mean our signals are working accurately. And now if I search Wajahat, you can see we are not getting any record, and here if I search, you can see here we are also getting empty JSON. So it's mean our signals are working fine. So that's it, this is the main thing which we made. We have our APIs, we have our signal, we have our engine. So I think that's it for the video. Now I'm going to make front end, but you can see still we have only API here, but let's make it a beautiful front end. So front end will be going to quite simple and easy. I'm just going to create a view here. So inside my views.py, here I am just going to create dev uh, index. It will be take our request, and here we will be return return render. It will be take request parameter, and after that we will pass our template which is index.html. Okay, so you can see and we pass our template here index.html, but still we did not create. So inside our core app I'm just going to create a new folder by the name of templates, and inside here I'm just going to pass index.html. So our template has been created as well also. So just I'm going to change it into html. uh, html. Okay, so our view has been created. Simple, let's make its URL. This, and it will be our index. Okay, so our view URL has been also created. All right, so this is the main thing. So let's pass some data here. H1. This is a search page. Actually, not a simple. It's a powerful search page which is powered by powerful backend Django and DRF. And for search, we are using Miley. After Elastic, actually, Elasticsearch is the one of the most advanced and powerful search engine. If you want me to make a video for Elasticsearch, I will be definitely make a video on this. The big companies like Microsoft, Meta, Instagram, like Meta on Instagram. But I'm just giving you an example like big platforms like YouTube, Instagram. They are using Elasticsearch. So this is a very powerful solar. But after them, the as I mentioned above, my research is a powerful for a medium-sized websites. Like if you have traffic in like 1 million or like this type of traffic and active 1,000 user traffic, like if you have this type of medium traffic, then the Meilisearch is the one of the bestest option for you. In my personal website, I am also using that Miley engine. I was using Elasticsearch, but then I realized that I don't need Elasticsearch because I don't have too much traffic. So this is just wastage of my resources. So that's why I shift my engine from Elasticsearch to Miley. So this is it worked well for me. So it's totally depend on your needs. So but it's very good. Okay, so this is our page. Let test is it working or not. So here if I go to actually open a new tab, and here on normal 1,800,000 enter, and you can see our HTML is working fine, and this is okay. So let's make front end. So for front end we are going to use a library autocomplete. So I just complete auto complete by Trevor. You can search actually auto complete Trevor. So you can go search this. We get, you will be get first link by autocomplete. So we are going to use this library for auto completion, and here we are going to use JavaScript component. So here they are using telling us you can install with npm install and blah blah blah, but we are going to use CDNs. Just going to copy this script, and here in the head I'm just going to paste that script, and I also want the CSS, so also copy that CSS and paste it here as well also. So we have these two things, and after that we need this component. I'm just going to copy same as it is. Okay, copy and paste it here. So it will be our search field. You can see it have a input, it will be our search field, and this AUL, it will be contain it is our result box. It will be contain the result of all our data. So that's it, and it's time to make it script. So here you just need this one, and I am just going to create a script and pass it here autocomplete, and it will be only work if you import that autocomplete JS. So yeah, you can see we already add this, so it will be work. Still it will be not work. We need to call our API here, but let's see is it giving any output or not. And you can see we have our search field, but still it's not giving any result, so that's okay. So here we just simply need to initialize our autocomplete, and we made new keyword, and then we use autocomplete, and here we need to pass our ID. So you can see here we need to create ID. We create ID by the name of autocomplete, and you just simply need to paste it. And remember, always try to give the same name like ID and this class and this class. Don't change them with their own like words. Always use the by default classes and keywords here, so don't override with your custom one. Okay, so here we initialized it. Second thing, here in options we need to call our API. So but instead of calling everything here, I'm just leaving it as it is, and we just going to copy this option, and here I'm just going to create a const option, and which will be equal to this, and inside here I am going to write all the logic which we are going to use for the API calling. So first of all, we are going to use selector here. Selector. So our selectors are basically these. First of all, we have this ID which is autocomplete. First of all, you need to pass it here hash autocomplete. So this is our first selector. After that, we have this selector which is our class by the name of autocomplete input, and you can pass it here. And for more advanced, like if you want to know how you can use this library autocomplete, you can check out its documentation, but I don't need to check out its documentation. I work with this many times, so I am much pro in that library. So after first of all our is selector, after that we need to go our debones. So debones is basically the delay between calling our API. So it will be going to 300 ms mean milliseconds. Next thing we need to call our search. So here I'm just going to create a search, and it will be going to asynchronous. So for this we need to use since it is a asynchronous so for this we need to use async and await. So here I'm just going to pass async, and it will be our function async function. Like actually I will be write everything manually. Async, it will be function, and it will be have a query, and make sure function function spellings are, and it will be have a query. So this will be our function, and here we just simply need to pass our response. So here I'm just going to make a variable by the name of response, and it will be get response, fetch response from our API. So here, since we are using asynchronous async, so here I'm just going to pass await, and after that we need to fetch, and here inside this we need to pass our API. So since we need to pass our query dynamic here, so I am going to use backticks. Backticks are here, backticks. So here we just need to pass our API. So just pass your API is quite easy. I'm just going to copy this one and paste it here. So this is our API, and after question mark q equal to, and this is a dynamic query. So I'm just going to remove this wajahat, and here just pass curly brackets and dollar sign here, because we want to pass our variable here. So our it will be going to our query. So now it will be take our dynamic data API Meilisearch question mark q equal to dollar sign query. All right, so it's okay. No, it will our API's call is successful. Actually I'm going to have this. Okay, no, it's good. Okay, so our response is getting. Now let's get our data. So for this I'm just going to create a const data. It will be equal to also await, and it will be like response dot JSON. So because it will be in JSON format, so I'm just going to use JSON. After that just make a map file, because it will be in the form of loop. So just simply return data that map, and it will be a item equal to item dot name. So I think that's enough. Actually it will be item dot, you can check out your model actually here. Model. Okay, so it's name. So in serializer we make it by the name of name, so it will be going to item dot name. If you pass anything here like something this type, it will be give you result but undefined. So I will check you how. So that's it, and after that we need our result list. So here I'm just we just simply need to create result list, and here inside this we have simple renderer render, which will be true, and after that we simply need to pass our destination. So destination will be equal to desti and destination, and our destination will be this first of all this ID, and here you just simply need to pass your uh, ID here, and inside this ID we have a autocomplete list. So you just copy this class and paste it here, so it will be have our list. So and also remove this quote we don't need this. Okay, I think so. That's enough. Our API will be work fine now. So let's test this. And here, if I reload and click here, you can see it is displaying us some by default result, because we mentioned limit equal to 10, so it is displaying us some by default result. And you can see it is displaying undefined only because here we pass uh, this. And if if I pass proper name, which will be going to item dot name, and now if you reload, you will be get proper names. So now if we can search something, like you can see we have some by default data. And here if I type this, we don't have any record by the name of Jahat. If I type Alex, you can see we simply type Ale, and we are getting Alexander Alice. So you can see we have this ALEC. So you can see it is giving us result. But if I add one more C, I make a spelling mistake, a typo problem, still you can see it is giving us result. And if so, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and make sure to like this video and subscribe my YouTube channel, and also share this video with your friend. And that's enough which I need. And if you guys have any query, you can do a comment. You can also message me on Instagram or any social media platform. I will be reply you and helps you to solve out your problem. And thank you. Okay, bye, goodbye.